Hello everybody, Travis here, and welcome back to another video where today I just want to go over some Star Wars Battlefront stuff regarding star cards and the Hutt contracts, but most importantly, how to use them and what they are. So, this is for people who either forgot or want to know, or just use as a reference, or are new to the game, or whatever. But I want to do this basically for those reasons, but I'll be going over the blasters, the star cards, and the Hutt contracts. Not as much the appearance, but those three things. And so let's start off with the star cards. So what we know about the star cards. This is my common star card usage right here. I use the back to bomb, the personal shield, and the jump pack, along with my second hand, which you will achieve roughly around level 10. Hopefully everybody gets that. But you get the I got the scatter gun, the personal shield, and the jump pack. So these are my two card hands. I use the back to bomb, which if you don't know, it has a healing fluid in it used to, whenever you drop on the ground, it heals you up to 130%, I believe. And that will be very effective in the Battlefront environment, as it will probably save your life at one point or another. The personal shield takes incoming fire. However, if it offers no defense against more crude weapons like the cycler rifle, and the cycler rifle is down here, and it does fire solid projectiles. And I will replace this, but the cycler rifle is very deadly because it's a sniper gun and it fires solid projectiles, so that makes it twice as deadly. The barrage acting as a grenade launcher in a way, but it doesn't do as much damage as a impact grenade or a thermal detonator, but it does work with its group of 3 that fires. It creates a swarm, which in a way destroys the enemy in parts. So you got that. So if you wanted to, you could be a person who would be like, okay, I want to have some way of bombing the enemy. So as you're flying over with the jump pack, aim the barrage below, or if you want to drop your thermal detonator below, you could drop it on them and you could kill the enemy like that, acting as almost like a bomber effect. The personal shield I use, but there are other things like the adrenaline stem, so whenever you're low on health, this will increase the rate at which you heal. The cooling cell will take off your overheating function for a short amount of time and let you fire as many shots as you need to. Probably would be pretty effective with the TL50 repeater, which I'll go over in a sec what that is. The explosive shot, don't really need it for the gun I have, which is the E4, which is a gun I will go over later. But this will add a little bit of firepower to your gun and give it an explosive shot, so every time you fire it, it fires like a blaster cannon. The ion shot helps to destroy turrets and stuff, great against turrets, Viper, probe droids, all sorts of things like that. Focus fire improves your accuracy. The scan pulse, it's okay, but it's not the best thing, because just like a star card, which is called the scout binoculars, powerful binoculars capable of revealing enemy units to the entire team, it doesn't really kill the enemies. It only shows you where they are. Like the scout binoculars will show the entire group where the enemies are at, but it won't do you the job of killing the enemy. So that's kind of up to you, and you gotta have your weapon ready for that. But it's a little something to it. The adrenaline stem I've already went over. Disruption helps to disable enemies' weapons for a short period of time. And the Stinger pistol, probably the weakest star card there is. It keeps it's more of a disadvantage in my opinion, but it summons what looks like Padme Amidala's gun or Princess Leia's gun in your hand, and whenever you go to fire it, it fires small bolts of energy, which will slowly take away health from the enemy you fired it at, but it takes a long time and probably could be countered with a back to bomb, because back to bombs will heal you. And so if you throw one of those after being fired at one of those, well, then the Stinger pistol is just useless, and plus it requires charges, so really it's just a waste of your time. But I like to stick to the personal shield in the event I just need a little bit of cover that another player can't give me. And it also follows me around. In the store, there's a whole bunch of other things. You got the homing shot, for instance, which will help you with your shot if you're not very good at shooting or accuracy. Use that to get better. The ion grenade helps to take out sometimes enemies if they're close enough. Impact grenade also, they have to be close enough, but this one doesn't have a timer. It only goes off whenever it touches something. And the pulse cannon, great sniper rifle. So the pulse cannon here, it only works the best whenever it's fully charged. So just hold down left trigger and press the right trigger whenever you're ready to fire it. Traits here, they'll help you. You feel free to read through these whenever you get the game. Read through these, it'll help you, whichever one you feel is the best. You'll unlock over time, but whenever you do unlock the traits, look at which one is the best for you, which one best matches who you are. And again, in the game, the real truth about it is only you can decide what card's the best for you. So have a look around. Here's the bowcaster, and just like the explosive shot, this fires like up to 5 explosive bolts, just like Chewbacca can, the hero. And you can, of course, it takes 20 seconds each time. Of course, you can upgrade it. You can upgrade it for 20, and of course, I have it for 25 right now. So every time you press A to upgrade, it will shorten the amount of time it takes to cool off. So here's another trait. Some things are unlockable through the Hutt contracts. I'll show you a few of these, but these are the 2 hands. You can do whatever you want with them, but most of the things that I don't have unlocked already come from the Hutt contract section. And here are a few of the guns. This is more of a trigger finger kind of gun. This is a sniper rifle. As you can see, the objectives down there are get 3 targeting rifle streaks, which I've done. Get 15 kills with a cycler rifle. I've done that. And get 15 headshots overall with any gun. And so I've done that definitely. Here's the medic. And there are a whole bunch of things you can go through that whichever one seems most impressive to you that you want to unlock, just go right ahead. The sapper, which is the laser trip mine, you can use that. Acts as a proximity mine. If you're within the laser beam of this, it will blow up automatically. Of course, it won't do it to the person who placed it or anybody on your side unless you shoot it. There are also upgrades. Medical droid upgrade. I already have the medical droid, but I think I do. No, I don't. Yes, I do. I don't know anymore. I have the Surgeon 2, which is an upgrade for that, just like there is a laser trip mine upgrade. Krennic's offense, that's another gun from the Rogue One DLC. The A180 is also a DLC gun, and this is a DLC grenade along with its upgrade. So, every Hutt contract always requires always has some kind of requirement, and these are the requirements. Some I haven't done yet, some I have. So whichever ones seem appealing to you, feel free to go ahead and use those. Some of these things I haven't even unlocked. Something to note about guns: always choose the one that's best for you. Feel free to test each gun, find out which one's best for you. I've chosen the EE4, which is a Hutt contract gun, and the TL50 heavy repeater here. Something special about it is that it's a special gun, which gives it, well, how about this? I'm trying to think of how to say this. The special guns are the ones that have special abilities. So for instance, they'll have something that a gun may not have, that the normal gun may not have, such as Lando Calrissian's X8 sniper gun. Though I don't have it, this gun proves effective because it has a heat vision scope, helping you to find the enemies quicker instead of having to visually find them. The special for the TL50, which is part of the Death Star DLC, has a secondary fire. Hold down left trigger to have an ion burst get charged up in your gun. Press right trigger to fire it. EE4 has a 2-shot spread burst. I don't know how many shots it fires, but its predecessor to EE3 is also a special gun, which fires a 3-shot burst, so that also makes it a very special gun. And I don't think there are any up here, but there is for the K16 Briar, which I intend to unlock. its special is also a secondary fire, only it doesn't have any mass, which means it goes straight just like a laser bolt, and it could kill an enemy with one shot just by holding left trigger and pressing right. The DT-29, which is Krennic's blaster, its special is it must be reloaded manually, which I don't think that's actually a big advantage, which I think it would be a disadvantage, if at all. And I don't know, for some reason I haven't decided to go for that gun yet, because it just doesn't seem like, despite its high damage rate, it doesn't seem very appealing whenever it has to be reloaded manually compared to the rest of the guns. The CJ9 bow rifle, lethal melee strikes. If you watch Star Wars Rebels, this comes from the Lasat. So if you're much of a melee person, or somebody you like to physically go up to somebody and go and hit them to death, this is the kind of gun for you, as it will do it in one hit. A180, this is Jin's gun. It can become a sniper gun, it could become a rifle, a high-powered rifle, or it can become an ionized gun. So if you press right button and you hold left trigger, it will charge up an ion blast just like TL50 does, and then you could press right trigger to fire. Holding Y will activate the rifle mode, and then holding right trigger will fire that amount for a short time. And left button will activate the sniper mode, which you can use to snipe out enemies from afar. Now, I don't really like to camp, as I like to more of just kind of cover my players' backs, which kind of supposed to do, is that's kind of the objective of the game. But I cover players' backs, and help to arm the objective, which is also the key part of the game. And so that's something I like to do, and some people who choose to camp, I mean, I'm not telling you that's a bad idea, but just saying, if you want more points, I'd say snipe maybe every once in a while, and then play the objective. That's usually the best way to earn points in any game. But, I don't know, it helps you to level up. I'm almost at level 85, and this is kind of off topic, but the appearance, I'm trying to go for something other than a Rodian, an X-Wing, and Bespin Wingguard costume. So I want to get to the Rebel Officer, which should be down here. Gotta go through all this. Okay, here it is. So at level 85, you get the Rebel Officer, which I plan to put a Rodian in the suit, but until then, I kind of have to live with this. But, yeah, again, I kind of choose to be more the medical person here, but also quick escape and some cover fire with personal shield. Scatter gun could be used to shoot people at close range, just like the gun up here, which is the CA-87. Proves to be very effective at close range, but will, not really work very well at long range. But again, the real way you know that you've done it right is through how you chose to make your star card. So really, everybody's different, but in the end, you'll still get a good K to D if you feel that what you have is right for you. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, everybody.